Hello, I am Shweta Thakur. Today I am starting trigonometry. I am directly starting with the questions. Okay? So our first question is, the radius of a circle is 14 centimeter. This is a circle and radius of a circle is 14 centimeter. The angle subtended by an arc of the circle at the center is 45 degree. That means the angle made by the radius of the circle is 45 degree. That means R is given 14 centimeter and theta is given as 45 degree. And what we have asked, then the length of the arc means this one, angle subtended by the arc. This is our arc. Okay. Formula for length of the arc is arc theta, where theta is in radians. So first we have to convert theta in radians. We can directly convert it in the formula. Okay, R is given as 14 centimeter and theta is given as 45 degree. So for converting degree to radians, the formula is 1 degree is equals to pi by 180. So 45 degree we have to multiply, to convert it into radians we have to multiply it by pi upon 180. And 14 multiplied by 45 multiplied by value of pi is 22 by 7. 22 upon 7 multiplied by 180. Okay, then it will be 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14. Then 2 ones are 2, 2 nines are 18, 2 zeros are 0. Okay. Then 45 ones are 45, 45 twos are 90. Then what is remaining? 22 upon 2. That is 11 centimeter. Okay. Then what is the length of the arc? It is 11 centimeter. Okay. Our next question is cos 72 degree upon sin 18 degree. Then we have to convert it in same identity. Either we have to convert cos to sin or sin to cos. You know that sin of 90 minus theta is sin theta. Sorry, it is cos theta. So can we write cos 72 degree as sin of 90 minus theta? Yes, we can write it. Sin of 90 minus 72 upon sin 80. So what will be 90 minus 72? It will be sin 80 upon sin 80. So it will be 1. So our answer for cos 72 upon sin 80 will be 1. It is third option. Okay. Now our third question is 3 cot A equals to 4. 3 cot A equals to 4. And we have to find the value of cosec A. identity 1 plus cot square equals to cosec square, then what will be? Then from the question we can write cot A equals to 4 upon 3. Then substitute this value cot A equals to 4 upon 3 in this identity. Okay, 1 plus cot square A means 4 upon 3 whole square equals to cosec square. 1 plus, then 4 square is 16. 3 square is 9 equals to cosec square. Then what will be? Here 9 plus 16 upon 9. We have taken the LCM, that is 9, and we have make this 9 plus 16 upon 9 equals to cosec square. Then 9 plus 16 is 25 upon 9 is equals to cosec square. Then we have to find cosec A. So we have to take square root on both sides. By taking square root on both sides, what we get? Cosec A is equals to, we have to take the square root of this 25 upon 9. What will be? 5 upon 3. But it will be plus or minus. But since we are taking here angles, so we will just take plus 5 by 3. Cosec A is equals to plus of 5 by 3. So our answer will be 5 by 3. Okay. Our next question is, if the terminal side completing one revolution about its vertex, then the angle made is. If the terminal side means which is rotating. This side is terminal side. And it is making an angle with this horizontal line. So if the terminal side completing one revolution, if this terminal side is completing one revolution, that means complete revolution. How much it will be? It will be 360 degree. It is completing one whole revolution. That means it will be 360 degree. Okay. That means the angle is 360 degree. Okay. Now our next question is, the circular measure of pi by 6 in sexagesimal measure is. That means we have to convert sexagesimal measure means in degrees. We have to convert pi by 6 in degrees. So what is the formula for converting radians to degrees? It is 1 radian equals to 180 upon pi. Okay, we have to convert pi by 6 in degrees. So pi by 6 will be, we have to multiply it by 180 upon pi. So we have to multiply it 180 upon pi. So pi will get cancelled and we will get 180 upon 6 and it will be 30 degree. So pi by 6 in radians is equals to 30 degree. Okay. Now our next question is like before. We have to convert radians in degrees. So 1 radian, what was 1 radian? 180 upon pi. So what is radians? Minus 13 pi by 6. We have to convert it in degrees. So we have to multiply it by 180 upon pi. 180 upon pi. So pi will get cancelled and we will get minus 13 multiplied by 180 upon 6. So what it will be? Minus 13 and 6. 180 will be divided by 6. what it will be? 6 3s are 18, 0s are 0, and it will be minus 390 degrees. Okay. So minus 13 pi by 6 radians is equals to minus 390 degrees. Okay. Now our next question is sec 510 degrees. Now we will subtract 360 from 510. Why? Because we have to take 500 degrees, but if we make one rotation, one revolution, the angle will be at the same position. That's why if we subtract 360 degree, it will make no change in this. Okay? So it will be sec of 150 degree. So now we have to solve this sec 150 degree. What we can write sec 150 degree as? We can write it 150 as 90 plus 60. We have to always write it in the form of 90, 180, 270 or 360. Okay. So what is sec 90 plus 60? So how we decide if this angle, first angle, is odd multiple of 90? If it is odd multiple of 90, odd multiple of 90 means 90 and 270. Okay. And even multiple of 90. Even multiple of 90s are 180 and 360 in terms of angles. Okay. If there is odd multiple, we have to change the ratio. So sec will be converted into cos, and sine is decided cos. What will be cos 60, and sine is decided on the quadrant, on the basis of quadrant. There is a very easy trick to remember the signs by quadrant. You can write it as add sugar to coffee. Means in first quadrant it is A, add. In second quadrant it is sugar. Third quadrant 2, and in fourth quadrant it is C, add sugar to coffee. Then what it A means all signs, all ratios are positive in the first quadrant. In second quadrant, S means sine, sine and cosec. In second quadrant, sine and cosec will be positive. All other will be negative. Okay. In third quadrant, it is T. T means tan and cot. In third quadrant, tan and cot only are positive. All the ratios will be negative. Only tan and cot are positive. And in the fourth, C coffee. Coffee means cos and sec. In the fourth quadrant, cos and sec will be positive, and all the tan, cot, sin, cosec will be negative. Okay. Then see what, according to question, decide the sign. Sec, it is sec, and 90 plus 60 means it is going in second quadrant. 90 plus 60, second quadrant, it is sec. But in second quadrant, only sine and cosec are positive. All the ratios are negative. So it will be negative. Sec is negative in second quadrant. Okay. Minus cos 60 degree. Cos 60 is, okay, sorry. So we can write sec as 1 upon cos. 1 upon cos is 90 plus 60. So 1 upon cos will be cos 90 plus 60. So it is odd multiple of 90. So odd multiple of 90, the ratio will change. So sine will be cos. Cos will be sine. And 90 plus 60, it is going in second quadrant. So second quadrant, sine and cosec are only positive. Cos is negative. So it will be minus sine 60. And sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So it will be 1 upon minus root 3 by 2. So it will be denominator of denominator will go in numerator. So it will be minus 2 upon root 3. Okay. So option number 4 is the answer, minus 2 upon root 3. Okay. Our next question is tan of minus 135. Tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. Tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. So we can write it as tan theta as tan of minus 135 as minus of tan 135. So we can write it as 90 plus 45. We can write 135 degree as 90 plus 45. So now same question here. Tan 90 plus 45. 90 plus 45 means it is again going in second quadrant. In second quadrant only sine and cosec are positive. So tan, it is an odd multiple. So ratio will change. Tan will get odd. And 90 plus 45 means it is going in second quadrant. It is going in second quadrant. Means it is sine and cosec are positive in second quadrant. That's why the tan is negative in second quadrant. So it will be minus cot 45. Okay. And minus minus will get minus and minus, this will get plus. So cot 45. So cot 45 degree is 1. So tan of minus 135 degree is 1. Okay. Now next question is log tan 5 degree plus log of tan 25 degree plus log tan 65 degree plus log of tan 85 degree. Do you know log of log A plus log B? Log A plus log B is equals to log AB. Log A plus log B is equals to log AB. So we will apply this in this question. So log of tan 5 degree, we will combine tan 5 degree and tan 85 degree. So log tan 5 degree and tan 85 degree. We have take this as log A and this as log B and it is log AB plus log of tan 25 degree and tan 65 degree. This is, we have taken this as log A and this as log B. So log A and B. This is log AB. Now we can write tan 5 degree as cot of 85 degree. Okay, and tan 85 degree will be as it is. Plus here also we can write tan 25 degree as tan 25 degree as cot 65 degree. Multiply by tan 65 degree. It will be as it is. Now we cot of 85 degree. We can write cot as 1 upon tan. So cot 85 degree will be 1 upon tan 85 degree. And it is a tan 85 degree will be as it is. Here also we can write cot 65 as 1 upon tan 65. And this tan 65 we will write as it is. Now here is 1 upon tan 85, it is tan 85. So it will get cancelled. Here it is tan 65, it is tan 65. It will also get cancelled. So what is remain? Log 1 plus log of 1. And do you know? Log 1 is equals to 0. That's why 0, here it is log 1 equals to 0 and 0 plus 0 will be 0. So the answer to this question is 0. Okay. Now again, we have the sexagesimal measure of 225 degree in radian measure is. Now we have to convert degree into radians. Here it is given 225 degree and we have to convert it in radians. So what is 1 degree is equals to? It is 180 upon pi. 1 degree equals to 180 upon pi. So 225 degree will be 225 degree in radians will be 225 multiplied by 180 upon pi. 1 radian, 1 degree equals to pi upon 180. 1 degree equals to pi upon 180. So we will write 225 multiplied by pi upon 180. So it will get cancelled. 5 3s are 15, 5 6s are 30, and 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25. Again, it will get cancelled. 9 4s are and 9 5s are. So what we get? 5 pi by 4. So 225 degree is 5 pi by 4 radians. Okay. So answer is 5 pi by 4. Now our next question is tan theta equals to minus 4 by 3. And we have to find sin theta. So first we will make a triangle. What is tan theta actually? Tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. So here we have make a triangle, right angle triangle, and here it is theta. So what is tan theta? It is opposite upon adjacent. So theta, its opposite side is this one. So it will be 4. And 3 is adjacent side to theta. So it will be 3. So what will be hypotenuse? By Pythagoras we can calculate the hypotenuse. What it will be? Under root of 3 square plus 4 square. So it will be 9, it will be 16. So under root of 25 is plus minus of 5. But here it is a side that, so we get plus 5. So here it will be 5. Okay, we got the hypotenuse as 5. So tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. So what is sin theta now? Sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. So sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. Opposite side is 4 and hypotenuse we have calculated as 5. So it will be 4 upon 5. But see here it is minus. That means theta is in, remember this, I add sugar to coffee. Means tan theta is in positive. Tan is positive in only third quadrant. But it is negative. So we don't know it is either it is in fourth quadrant, second quadrant or fourth quadrant. That's why if it is in fourth quadrant, it can be sign will be, can be minus. But it is if it is in second quadrant, then sign can be positive. So we can't guess as it is plus 4 by 5 or minus 4 by 5. So we can write it as plus minus of 4 by 5. So our answer will be minus 4 by 5 or 4 by 5. That is second option. Now our third question is, if theta is in third quadrant, theta is in third quadrant and tan theta is given as 3 and we have to calculate the value of sin theta. Now what is tan theta? Tan theta, the ratio of tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. And sin theta, what is sin theta? It is opposite upon hypotenuse. We can again draw a right angle triangle. It is 90 degree. Here it is theta and tan theta is given as 3. 3 means 3 upon 1. That means its opposite side is 3 and its adjacent side, that is 1. Here it is adjacent side and it is 1. Now from this 3 and 1 we can calculate again the hypotenuse. What it will be? 3 square plus 1 square and it will be 9 plus 1 and it is root 10. We have got the hypotenuse as root 10. So from this root 10 we can calculate as sin theta. Opposite to theta is 3. And hypotenuse we have got root 10. So sin theta will be 3 upon root 10. Okay. So our answer will be 3 upon root 10. Now our next question is cos 255 degree plus sin 165 degree. Now we can write 255 degree as, we can write it as 255 degree it is, we can write it as 270 minus 15 plus, now we can write, so this is sin 165 degree, we can write sin 165 degree as 180 minus 15. So now cos of 270 minus 15. Now this is 90's odd multiple. Now if this is odd multiple, the ratio will change. So cos will be get sin, sin of 15. And for sin, what we are sin? Remember add sugar to coffee. So cos 270. 270 means this one, and 270 minus 15 means this is coming in third quadrant. So if this is coming in third quadrant, so what will be cos? See the question for the side. Okay, cos third in the third quadrant, cos is negative because here it is tan and cot. In third quadrant, cos is negative. So here it will be minus sin 15. And this sin 180 minus 15. Now 180 is even multiple of 90. So sin will, ratio will remain as it is. So here it will be sin 15. And what will be the sin? Here it is 180 minus 15. Means this is coming in second quadrant. So in second quadrant, sin and cosec are positive. Here it is sin. That's why sin will, it will be positive. Okay. Now minus sin 15 plus sin 15. It will get 0. So cos 255 plus sin 165 degree is equals to 0. So our answer will be 0. Now next question is cos pi by 5 plus cos of 4 by 5. 4 pi by 5. Now cos pi by 5 we have written as it is cos 4 pi by 5. Can we write it as cos of pi minus pi by 5? We can write it as pi minus pi by 5 will be 4 pi by 5. Cos of pi means 180. So cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So we can write it as in the form of minus cos theta. It will be minus cos of theta, here it is pi by 5. So cos pi by 5 minus cos pi by 5, it will get 0. So our answer is 0. Now our next question is sin square 2 pi by 3 plus cos square 5 pi by 6 minus tan square 3 pi by 4. Now 2 pi by 3, we have to convert it in degrees, but by multiplying by 180 upon pi, we can convert it in degrees. So sin 2 pi by 3 means sin 120 degree plus cos square 5 pi by 6 means cos square of 150 degree. Now tan square 3 pi by 4 means it will be 135 degree. So now we can write sin square 120 degree as sin square of 180 minus 60, right? Plus we can write cos square 150 degree as cos square of 180 minus 30 degree, minus we can write 135 as we can write 135 as tan square of 90 plus 45. Now sin square of 180 minus 60. Here it is even multiple of 90. So sin square will remain as it is. Sin square of 60 degree. What it will be? Sin will be 180 minus 60. Means it is in second quadrant. In second quadrant sin is positive. So it will be positive. Now cos square of 180 minus 30. Here it is even multiple, 180 is even multiple of 90. That's why cos square will remain as it is. And 180 minus 30 means it is again in second quadrant. In second quadrant only sine and cosec are positive and cos is negative. So it will be negative. But as it is a square, negative negative will get positive. Plus cos square of 30. Now tan square 90 plus 45. Here it is odd multiple and if it is odd multiple, tan will get cot. Cot square of 45. Now it is 90 plus 45 means it is in second quadrant. In second quadrant tan is negative. So it will be negative and as it is a square, negative negative will get positive and here it is a minus. Now sine of 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. and as it is a square, we will take a square. Cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2 and square. Cot 45 degrees 1. Now root 3 by 2 whole square. It will get 3 by 4 plus it will get again 3 by 4 and it is minus 4. Now we have to solve it. It will get 3 plus 3 and LCM we have got as 4. So it will be 4 upon 4. It will be 10 upon 4. And if we reduce it, we will get 2 5s are 10 and 2 2s are 4. Oh, sorry, it is minus. So what it will be 3 plus 3 6 and 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 upon 4. It will be 1 upon 2. So our answer is 1 upon 2. So our next question is sine of 80 plus theta and plus sine of 100 minus theta. Now we have written sine 80 plus theta as it is. Now can we write 100 minus theta as? We can write 100 minus theta as 180 minus 80 plus theta. Because by solving it will get 100 minus theta. 180 minus 80 is 100 and minus theta 1 will be minus theta. Now sine of 80 plus theta. It will we write it as sine 80 plus theta and plus sine of 180. 180 is even multiple of 90. So we will write ratio will not change. We can write it as sine. And here theta is this whole 80 plus theta. And as it is in 180 minus this is theta. This whole is theta 80 plus theta. So sine it is in second quadrant. This is 180. It is in second quadrant. In second quadrant sine is positive. So here we write as it as positive. So sine 80 plus theta, sine 80 plus theta. What we get? 2 sine of 80 plus theta. So our answer is 2 sine 80 plus theta. So we have given in the next question tan theta is q by p and theta is in 0 to 190 degrees. Means theta is in first quadrant. Now we have to calculate cot theta. Cot theta is 1 upon tan theta. Cot theta is 1 upon tan theta. So cot theta will put here the value of tan theta. Q upon P. It is 1 upon Q upon P. So denominator of denominator will go in numerator. It will be P upon Q. So we get cot theta as P upon Q. Now next question. Sin square theta plus cos square theta. And we have given tan theta as Q upon T. As it is an identity, we can directly write it as sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. But if we want to solve it, how can we solve it? Tan theta is given Q upon P. So actually tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. We have again make a right angle triangle. Here it is theta and opposite to theta is given as Q and adjacent to theta is given as P. So what will be the hypotenuse? It will be Q square plus P square. What we have got the hypotenuse as Q square plus P square. So now we can calculate from this right angle triangle as sin theta and cos theta. What is actually sin theta? It is opposite upon hypotenuse. What is the opposite of theta? It is Q. Now hypotenuse is under root of Q square plus P square. So we have got the sin theta. Now we will calculate a cos theta. What is the formula for cos theta? It is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Now, what is the adjacent side to theta? Adjacent side to theta is this one, that is P. And hypotenuse is under root Q square plus P square. Now, we can calculate now sin square theta plus cos square theta. Now, sin theta, here it is, but we have to take the square of sin square theta. That's why we will take directly square. Q square upon, if we take the square of this one, we will square and square root will get cancelled and we get Q square plus P square. Plus cos square theta. Cos theta is P upon under root Q square plus P square. If we make the square, it will be P square. And if we take the square of this one denominator, square and square root will get cancelled and we will get Q square plus P square. Now, denominator here is same. Now you can directly add the numerators. If the denominators are same, you can directly write the denominator as it is. So here it is Q square plus P square. Here also it is Q square plus P square. So what we will get? We will get it as 1. And we can also directly write it as this is the identity sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. And by solving, we also get the answer as 1. Okay? Now sin theta minus cos theta. Now again we have to make the right angle triangle. Here it was theta. Tan theta was given as q by p. Again the same procedure. Here it is opposite. Tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. Again opposite side is q. Adjacent side is p. Again we will get the hypotenuse as under root of q square plus p square. Again sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. Here opposite side is theta is q and hypotenuse is under root q square plus p square. Cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So adjacent side to theta is p and hypotenuse is under root q square upon p square. So we will put the values in the question. So here again denominators are same. So we can directly subtract the numerator. So what we have got? Q minus p upon under root q square plus p square. Okay. So option is third one. Q minus p upon under root p square q square plus p square. Okay. Now we will take the doubts. Anyone has doubts? Yes? Any doubts up to this? Is clear? Okay. Now we will take next in the next class. Okay. Bye.